Okay, so the next type of graph we're going to do is the orbit chart on page 95. Now, this is one I've never actually used myself or tried in anger, but the idea is it's a scatter plot, and you can kind of see um, the progression of your scatter plot. So you can kind of see how things change over time. So it's like a scatter plot, but with a little bit more kind of order to it. So we have here, we have 10 different weeks, and we're looking at gasoline sales, and we've got gallons sold and average price per gallon. So we're looking at this relationship and seeing how it kind of changes throughout the weeks. So let's select it, insert. Now we go to the charts, and it's still on the scatter, but it's the second one. It's called, Excel calls it the scatter with smooth lines and markers. Now, it seems to have actually got the range pretty good for the prices, but the gallons sold, it's a little bit off. So let's just click that. Format axis, and let's just set the minimum to be 4,000. Now let's just do our usual. We'll say price per gallon. And I think this application is kind of used for this chart because it's something where, um, this does change from week to week. The price of gas does change from week to week. And you would see a progression, at the moment, for example, gas prices went down a little bit and then now they're starting to trend back up. So, and we'll say this, sorry, the insert, axis, titles, primary horizontal, and this will be the gallons sold. Now at the moment, it's just like almost squiggles. We can't see any order. So we actually want to put the weeks in here. So let's just select this, right click, and you've got the, you've got the option to add data labels. So click that and then click. So again, select your graph, right click, add data labels, and then click add data labels. Now at the moment, this still isn't telling us much useful information. It's actually telling us what's already on the graph. But select these, and at the top right, you should see format data labels. If you don't see it, you've got the right click, you've got the option format data labels. And you can see here you've got the different options. The last one is the actual labels. At the moment it's plotting the Y value. We really don't want that. We want the actual week. So unselect the Y value. Now click value from cells, and it lets us to select the data range and just kind of go over to weeks, put the weeks in, and click OK. So now we can begin to see this progression a little bit. And we can see the kind of progression from week 1, 2, 3, and we can see where the gas price is on the quadrant at the end of the 10 weeks. These two are kind of just on top of each other. So I'll just move that label a little bit to kind of get them out from on top of each other. Okay, so that's our kind of, again, it's not something I've used, but I guess if you want to show something like this where you want to show both a scatter plot and a trend in one graph, then that's kind of an interesting graph.